Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay. Hey man, we're just in the Type R right now, as you can see. We're still in the garage, and I haven't started up the car yet because I feel like the microphone is going to pick up a lot of the Type R, and you might not hear me here. So we may need to drive to the parking lot here, or whatever parking spot we decide to hang out in, because we've been snowed in quite a bit. Yeah, got the pop filter here, so hopefully things are sounding good and all right. Let me check the receiver here on the response. Huh. Look at that. It's not too bad. Okay. I'm sure the mic will pick up a lot more of the car sounds here. So I'm just gonna, clip it to the hat here. Hopefully you can hear me still, but there it is right here. Not as nice looking, but I figure it being on the bill here would be a bit closer, and you'd be able to hear me a bit more. So let's just get to our parking spot here, because the car is still really freaking loud. And we can go from there. Like mentioned, of course, we're just dealing with some snow here. Hopefully we won't have too much trouble getting out. Yeah, we're fine. Just gonna close up the garage. Ah, crap. Alright, there we go. Now hopefully we won't have too much trouble getting back into the house, because the Type R is really that low. Remember when you went to go take delivery of the Type R, and well, you had to go take delivery of it because they couldn't get it onto their truck because it was too low, so you had to go pick that up, remember? And that was just a day after Danny taught you how to drive stick. Drive manual. Funny as hell. Sorry man, I'm still trying to get out because of the snow and kind of causing some issues. But yeah, we're almost out. And we're out. Look at that. Easy. Just take it slow here. Nice. You can definitely hear the car. God damn. Alright, sorry if you can pick that up there, man. We're just going to be getting to community college like normal. We're going to try to slow it down. Maybe try to chat just somewhat while we get there. But yeah, I guess I'll just talk about what's going on, right? First off, I'm sorry for the delay here in getting the video up and all that, because been doing quite a bit of stuff, man. We started the water fast and limiting our calories and everything, and it's just been a bit hectic up in the mind area, but at least we're starting to take some steps towards our next goals, right? But what I do today, got off work, had the one-on-one with James, because he scheduled that, and then we're off for the next 2 nights again, like we scheduled. After this week, though, we're going to be straight back to the 5-day work week and everything. And James was talking about, how he got, badge logs and stuff, and how we haven't been showing up to campus. And that is on me, on us there, because I don't know, we just figured they wouldn't check, but oh well. I mean, after that one-on-one, discussing that and just other metrics that we need to pay attention to for our work, James asked us, if there's anything that we wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about. And we just talked about the thing with Kate again, man. Now, we've kind of always been at it on our own, and how you and I have issues. And same thing happened, man. We just cried, and he asked how things were going or if we used any of the resources, and we told him about how we called the crisis hotline last week on Saturday. Last week on Saturday, the 13th. And that was an interesting time. Damn. I'm really sorry again for the type R. That's why we're just sticking with talking about what's going on right now, because it's really loud, and we're only going like, for 45 on fourth gear. It's still pretty loud. But that's what the fun of this car is, right? That's why we got it. All right, and we got to lower our speed here, shifting gears. Anyway, yeah, we kind of lost it on the phone with James again, man. And he told me about how, talking to me reminded him of what he went through last year too, because he had his divorce and stuff. But he also didn't like how we talked about checking that case every morning. You know what case I'm talking about. Also brought up the topic of how Jason's been talking to a contracting company on our behalf. See if we can get into something more DSS related, like you've always been working with, even though it's not really going to matter, because, hey, I did quite a bit on the Azure cloud stuff today. I finished up that freaking 2-hour course that was, available, and we have one more course left. That's an hour and a half or so, and then a course with the examination tips, which is, I'm not sure it's a really course, it's just exam tips. But then we're going to be moving on to the 3 practice tests that LinkedIn Learning has available, and the practice tests that Microsoft has on their website for Azure Fundamentals. That's free, right? And I do want to mention, though, that I have been having some trouble retaining the information, right? Like, yeah, I'll listen to the virtual learning video and the guy talking the whole time, and I understand when I'm not dozing off, but I don't feel like I'm retaining anything. And then I'll step away and think about stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could probably explain this or retain this, but I really do think I need that experience, right? The courses even have at the end of them, like, some thought experiments, right, of like showing examples or, giving a scenario on what a cloud administrator would do or recommend or provide for their colleagues, their company, and everything like that. And that makes more sense to me. But of course, knowing the fundamentals is always proper, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do any of that, any of the advising or administration. I'm just hoping that all this knowledge that I'm taking in and taking breaks in between for are actually still up there, and we'll see how the practice tests go, because there's 3 of them available, and then we'll pay the $100 for the exam, schedule a time, and go take it, dude. And I'm trying really hard, and I really hope I can get it first go, because I do not want to spend another $100 to take another exam for the same thing. We got to make progress here. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's mainly what we did today. We hung out with Danny and Fong for a bit. Took care of some guy, shot some guys up in Rainbow Six, but Danny got back into Final Fantasy, man. Maybe he's got some free time now, and he got 3 months sub. But he's trying to get through the MSQ now, you know, finish up Heaven's Ward and catch up. And he's fan to the Midlander. He's looking like Grimjaw from Bleach, you know. That's what he was going for. Hung out with him for a bit, running, you know, daily roulettes and stuff for him to level his ninja. But I'm glad he's back on FF, because he's the one that got us into it, man. Well, his cousin got him into it. He convinced us, you know, showing it off, and here we are on FF. I still find it a bit rough to log on, you know, because of Kate, but you know, I'm still logging on and just doing dailies or hanging out or talking to Sandy, because she and her boyfriend started. Sandy and her boyfriend started FF, and they seem to be having fun with that, thankfully. And she even asked me, you know, what's the most efficient way of leveling? You know, what can I do this and there? Are the side quests worth and all that? So that's good, man. And of course, now Sandy, Danny, and Fong, and almost every one of our friends know about the situation. Yeah. So once we get home here, right after this talk, not only am I going to upload the video for January 15th, again, sorry for the delay there, because something did happen January 15th that I'm still processing, right? That I'm still processing, and you know, hopefully I can kind of set the record straight. You know, the purpose of this video is for that, but and continue our quote-unquote daily stuff that was supposed to be daily. But it's been a lot to process, and I'm still processing things even when I'm sitting there trying to, you know, learn my Azure Cloud stuff. You know, during the mundane moments, I'll have those thoughts of Kate again, unfortunately. But yeah, so make sure you check that January 15th video. That's going to be going up first, and I'm just going to be summarizing or talking about, again, the points that I do want to get across for the record again on this video, right? And, you know, I'll have a screenshot up, you know, for you here of the last thing Kate said again. The last thing Kate said, and I'm just trying to paraphrase or remember here, you know, off the top of my head. So sorry if I missed something, but I can, of course, always update it in the description, or add any other details, or kind of add on to the audio at the end, you know, post-edit. But yeah, man. Alright, sorry about that. I slowed down the talk quite a bit, so that's why we haven't made it to the community college yet, so sorry about that. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna recover from this situation, man. Still, like, even if I do quote unquote recover, this is something that has mentally scarred me, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get over, or it's always gonna be something in the back of my head during any of my interactions. And it's weird, you know, because Kate obviously doesn't give a shit anymore. And I don't know why I still do, man. Maybe because, again, my feelings were actually genuine, and I became the person that adored and put her on a pedestal, and she just, you know, was loyal to her feelings and how she felt about stuff, and obviously she didn't like it anymore. Yeah, I'll get a bit more in depth on that here once I can actually park, so that's my bad. Man, the community college has been closed the past few days, man, because we got snowed in, you know? And, That's why I've also been avoiding the gym, you know. Despite it being across the street, I just find it a bit too hazardous here for us. Thankfully, things don't seem too bad right now, especially with the roads being cleared. Alright, and we'll just stop right here. Thankfully, someone's already been driving around here. And, you know, can give us, we got some, some roadway here. But yeah, let's take a moment. There we go. Nice. Alright, so continuing on. The video for January 15th. Just want to talk about what I think and the processing that I've been doing in regards to that. Because Kate's first statement, right? She said, "We tried and failed." Yeah, I can agree with that. But in my opinion, she failed way more than me, man. Because I did everything. You know I did everything. We have proof that we did everything. That's what the for myself and for the record videos are for. You know that. Okay? She failed you more than anything. She claimed to have loved us, but obviously not. Okay? And she said it was terrible. It was a terrible time. That stings, because that's not true. I have proof of that too, man. We have all the recordings of our time with Kate. When we helped her clear P8S, Uwu, T. All the recordings of her prog when there were good moments. The recordings of us playing It Takes Two. The recordings of us playing Overcooked. The recordings of our downtime and the screenshots of our downtime and the discussions we had. Okay? Remember all that. You tried, bro. I tried. And again, she obviously didn't have enough love for us to keep on going. Because for her, she can grab whatever guy she wants. She's just that attractive and has that going for her. And you can just love bomb and grab whatever. Okay? Yeah, she's got her friends too, and the guy's obviously trying to hit her up and go out with her, but she is decent enough to stick to one guy. Sorry, tractor trailer pushing the snow came by. And when she felt better, she decided to move on. Felt better. I guess having to ghost and block us made her feel better. Very mature, you know. and she gets in this relationship with this new guy so quickly, and obviously they had some time while we were working on the 15-hour two-parter video. But that just proves it to you, man. She didn't care. She doesn't care. Okay? Keep that in mind. My processing for this and me talking about all this is an accumulation of what everyone has said. What everyone has said and what you've been told. And this video is for you, man. All these videos are for you and for me right now. To keep all this crap in mind. Because we're slowly trying to get away here. Obviously, the moment we talk about it to someone and we recall everything and we start feeling like shit. And I'm trying really hard not to cry right now either, bro. It doesn't look like it, but I think I already did enough crying today. I do enough crying every day. Yeah. So whatever, dude. In regards to the stalking and harassment that she claimed, yeah, every single time I did that was because I needed answers, bro. She would give us the silent treatment, or not talk to us, or give us any kind of closure, right? And remember, bro, the tells there, those screenshots. She said, "Hey, stop messaging us, or we'll both report you for stalking and harassment." But this is after you had to confront her and try to get some answers out of her because she wasn't mature enough to do that for you. Mature enough to offer that closure despite her claims of being mature now. She didn't do that for you, man. She didn't do that. And she claims that as stalking and harassment when you just needed some fucking answers. I was hurt. I still am. You were hurt. And she just didn't give you any modicum of respect for that. The disrespect for that was insane. And yeah, we're still the loser talking about this, but this is what I need to heal. What I need to heal and hopefully get you to a better place, man, because I'm somehow still alive, right? So she can claim that as stalking and harassment, and yeah, like you can call it that, but I needed my answers, man. And I got my answers, and I walked away and started going to the gym at that time in July, and then I started my video, the 15-hour two-parter video, while she was off hitting up the guy, man. Yeah, I'm still a fucking loser, obviously. I think I'm gonna be a loser for my whole life, and that's completely fine. But I don't really care what other people call me cringe or loser. Think I'm my own worst critic already. And I don't really care when someone calls me that stuff, man. I just do what I want. Sorry. And she calls the video, gross and vile, in this paragraph. But she of course she wouldn't like it, man. Of course she wouldn't, right? Because it goes over all her toxicity towards us, towards me, towards you. Of course she wouldn't like it. And she obviously didn't watch any of it because she's like, oh, it outlines our private relationship. No. I guess so, yeah. It outlines our all the hurt that I went through in our relationship. And she thinks that, oh no, I hurt you in private. She said that before. Quote, I hurt you in private. As if that was okay. As if that was an okay thing for her to do, man. No, it wasn't. And she left me like that. And I needed an outlet, bro. She just doesn't get it. She doesn't get it and called those videos vile and gross because she doesn't know what's in them. The only thing she knows is that, she's mentioned in there. But it's her fucking toxicity and the mistreatment that you and I went through for her, man. That shows that we tried. That's the proof of all her false accusations as well. So don't let what she said here in this fucking paragraph affect you, man. That is your definitive proof. For the record, remember. And yeah, did we have or ask Rolling to send that to her? Yeah. It's just to let her know, hey man, this is for the record. Right? And she claims it was a joke, but no, it was not a joke, dude. It was not a joke, and I wanted her friends to know too. Because she was, remember, dude, that third to last confrontation, she was like, you'd be surprised by how much they know. If anyone actually knew what she did, they would not be with her, man. And even her behavior right now with other guys when she has a guy, that again, I apologize that for that assumption. It's still gross, dude. Yeah, she's committed to a guy, and she can obviously, block me, or anyone, that has any of those advances, but doesn't excuse that behavior. And again, it's none of my business on that front, but it's still just gross. And her behavior is the actual gross stuff, man. She can call my stuff vile, but that's proof. I can't reiterate that enough. It wasn't a joke. Because again, there was a time where she also said that, her friend Yuzu didn't know that she and I were still talking. Her friends were surprised that she and I were still talking when we were still working on things, right? Because she asked to have another try. She wanted to keep trying at those times, and that is for the record for any of her fucking friends that want to accuse me of false accusations or accuse me of false pretenses or have false beliefs about me. Again, not that anyone's going to watch the video, anyone that's related to her is going to watch the video, but that's my proof, man. That's my closure. And she said, I wanted to talk to you to help you and, so that we can end this. But no, she didn't want to help me. She never would have talked to us if she didn't receive the video, man. Even despite her claims of, I unblocked you a long time ago. August 18th. I still think of you dearly. Obviously not. All right? I thought we could be friends. After things cool down. There's no fucking way, man. There's no way that we could have been friends after that. Can you imagine if it was reversed? Right? Like, do you remember the Ali A situation? Remember? Imagine if I went with Ali A. There's no way Kate would have been friends. And again, we still have proof of all that, by the way, that we did not flirt or have any of those intentions with Ali. But no. Kate's just going to be loyal to her feelings and what she wants to do because she has no semblance or connection to reality or has never had to deal with that kind of responsibility. Never had to been held accountable, obviously. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, dude, just so fucking gross. And I'm sorry if my frustration or anger is coming out here. This is just the processing that I've been going through, and this has honestly been helping me, move on finally. Because it does help me that she's blocked me and that she hates me now. That helps me a lot. Because again, I think the reason why I still held on at all was because she said she didn't hate me, right? But in those moments too, right, where I refused her the call, right, and she was trying to be courteous, right, after her threats of getting the police involved didn't work and wanting the videos to be private didn't work, she wanted to call and talk things out and apologize, which is BS, as you can of course see now, because she says that she wanted to help me, right? She wanted to help me and have things finally be over, right? Again, back to no fucking way. I was never gonna be friends. No way. The phone's about to die here, but that's my bad. I might need to charge it a bit or get home to finish this thought. But we'll go with that. Okay, so we made it home. I'm just going to try to wrap it up here. But also at the same time, just got to finish, right? So continuing on, as I was driving home here, I was trying to remember everything in that last paragraph. But yeah, she can have our opinions or her opinions on the entire interaction there, the video and everything. She talked about how it felt like talking to a child, and I can agree with that somewhat because normally people would want an amicable ending to all this. She even said that at the time that she wanted to understand, right? That she wanted to understand, wanted to help and figure things out, you know. I just didn't want anything to do with it because I was angry. And I still sort of am, but at the same time indifferent. Yeah, man. She said she gave up trying, and that was my closure, and it was, right? But then I kept on going back. And I'm sorry for being weak and doing that. But I kept on going back, and she mentions that. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the whole child situation. Because, yeah, you can interpret it how you want, but that was just my experience, how I felt at the time. Sorry for not being more level headed. But I was really charged after the video went up and she found out about it. Because everything that she said just seemed so disingenuous, so fake about her maturing. Using our relationship as that. It's just a bit gross, you know? But and it was just weird that she forgot everything that you and I did, dude. That she's able to move on that quickly and pick up another guy. And sorry for being repetitive, dude. It's just what I'm seeing here. It's really gross. The fact that she could mature enough for that guy, right? For the guy and not put any more effort. Despite her claims of not wanting to discard you and me or throw us in the trash when she said that one time in her anger, remember? Just so hypocritical and annoying with that behavior. And that's why I didn't want to give her a call, man. Even though she wanted to get in call and figure things out and sort things out, I didn't want to hear any of that, man, because it just all seemed like BS. And that's why she said she gave up too, right? And that's completely fair to her. You know, she obviously didn't want to be involved with us anymore. But then you and I were weak again, man. And I'm sorry for that. That I kept on going back and, you know, there was, you know, the actual harassment. Because I did do what she said I did. You know, I made those alts and sent her those, and because I wanted her to feel a fraction of what you and I were dealing with, the emotional distress and the horrible time we were going through after how we were treated, man. I can't get over that. I've never been, we've never dealt with that in all our lives. You know that. You know that we've never we've never experienced what she put us through before. Just wanted her to feel something, some kind of distress after everything she put us through, and we made that dumb decision to do that, man. That dumb decision to, you know, send her the pictures of herself. So I'm sorry for that. I am glad that I didn't go as far as, you know, sending it to like any random people. But yeah, that wasn't a cool move. Not that she'll see this, but I am sorry too about that, Kate. But more sorry for, yeah, that action and my behavior in regards to that, and yeah. But following up on that, she says that we have zero respect for her as a person, and I guess I don't anymore. I guess I don't anymore doing that, and that my actions kind of prove that, and that's why I'm apologizing for it, and wish I could redo that or take that back. Um, but yeah, I guess I don't. After the lack of respect that I was shown at the latter half of it all, at the end of it all. So that sucks. But then she says, "Now you come to me asking for help." Yeah, the last thing I sent her was asking for help for her to help me understand why she did what she did. But she says there's nothing more to it, just that we tried and failed, and that it was time to move on for her. Okay, that's fair. But I wish she had spared me the indignity or given me some kind of final piece of respect, right? And she tried to, but it just seemed disingenuous after that. So I did what I did. Um, and then she gave us some of that advice, right? To stop seeking happiness through others, look inside yourself, and find that route to happiness. But that's still foreign as hell to me, man. Self care, self acceptance, self love, being actually happy is still fucking foreign as hell to me. The only thing I can do is just keep on trucking on like I have been. Despite what James and everyone is saying to get the professional help and resources, I called the hotline, bro. I did surveys or reached out to other places, and they're like, "Hey, man, you might need to get in touch with the hotline. We might not be able to help you." Getting bounced around with all my issues, but oh well. We're just gonna be back to. I'm just gonna be back to doing what you and I have always done, man. Which is keep on trucking along, and it'll just take another bad day for us to walk over to the case and weigh the pros and cons. I mean, we don't have anyone to take care of anymore. We don't have Cleo anymore, so it would be pretty easy. Pretty easy. But oh well. We'll see how things go. Um, anyway, she finishes off saying, "Don't guilt trip me," or sorry, she added on to that saying, or preceding that, she said that you would be suicidal with or without me in your life. I wasn't when I was with her. Things were good. Well, sorry, I wasn't, like that when I was with her during the good moments. I actually thought, hey, maybe I could live. But then she was, I guess that's why she said, don't seek it through other people. I guess I don't have that self-respect or, again, anything for myself yet to even think about that. But we'll just keep trucking along. Anyway, last thing she said is, don't guilt trip me. Don't try to guilt trip me with your mental instability to get something from me. This is all you're getting. Leave me alone. Leave my friends alone. It's done. And, that's fair. And she still has me blocked, of course. And again, that helps. That helps me. That helps you. Because that on top of her hating us is very helpful in regards to my no contact now, and the process for moving on. Because now she's made it clear, right? And I think that's what we wanted. And it's easier when someone hates you for you to move on, I think. Again, not that she hates me. I think it's like even worse than that, where she just doesn't care or is completely indifferent, and that also helps. Not, don't get me wrong. But you know, again, I wasn't. I had gotten over the suicidal ideation and things when before I met her, during my time with her, and it only got exasperated and came back up after her. So she can't deny that, man. After what we went through. But since she's not a part of our life anymore, it's completely fair that she can say, you know, don't guilt trip me, all that stuff. These are just my thoughts on that, remember? But yeah, that's mainly it, man. All that I just wanted to get out there for the record again. I guess this can be for the record part 3. And we'll just keep trucking along or trying to live another day. Take things or one day at a time. And the progress has been good. You know, again, we're getting close to our Azure Fundamentals goal here for that first cert. Cutting back on the calories has helped. We've already lost 4 pounds with the fast included. It's been good, you know. Decent, not good, just decent. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna bring up Kate anymore. I probably will. Sorry if I do, but this has been a major setback for my mental. And we even had that talk in Bish Not Talking in the Discord, you know, with Mocha and everyone showing their appreciation. So make sure you keep that in mind, man. You got some genuine people in your corner. And, yeah. All we can do is just say, wish Kate the best of luck. Yeah, am I going to shake at any mention of her and everything like that? Probably. But all we can do is just wish her the best of luck and just be indifferent or try to be indifferent towards any mention and do our best. We're going to get back to it, man. Just going to chill, you know, for the night and finish up the last module, last course there. See if there's anything else that Microsoft offers on their website for Azure Fundamentals and get to work on those practice exams. Then hopefully, you know, once the snowy conditions are a bit better here, we can get back into the lift and keep on limiting those calories. But we'll see if we can work with the water fasting and the lifting. I don't think that's going to be very optimal. But we might need to go with something extreme here for me to get you the 6-pack back. Because, you know, you and I have always had it weird. We either go all in or we don't go at all. Going in between's always never worked out. But yeah, let's go upload the first video for January 15th. Upload this one for the days following because it's been 4 days since then. And we'll continue onward. Later, my guy. Later.